Hello and welcome back to the Open Sorcery. It's Devi, and today on Devi's Divination Corner, we are covering Aeromancy. So I know I've been covering more so the main elements as I'm going through this series, but today is more so observation of the world around us. Instead of just specifically water, instead of fire, we are looking at the sky, we are looking at weather, we are looking technically at flight patterns of birds because they can be very indicative and very in tune. I believe they are more messengers of the sky in a sense. Omens, if you will. So we're going to start with the cardinal signs. So we know north, south, east, and west. This is really kind of where you want to start. Start with your compass. Where are things coming from as you're observing your surroundings? We always know that whenever we're going into any kind of divination, any kind of observation mode where we're trying to figure out what is coming towards us, we're in that more chilled, more open, more receptive field of being. So when you're in this, take note, okay, which direction is north, and kind of get your bearings. So north overall, that is always going to really be attributed with knowledge and learning and understanding. Awesome. East is renewal. East is new beginnings, fresh starts. That's like the start of the circle, right? Even if we go into like traditional Western magic, East typically is the place that we start. South, that is passion, that is energy, enthusiasm, creativity, things of that nature. West, this is change and growth because you have to go through that kind of uncomfortable transformation sometimes. So this is change and growth and letting go and all of those things because your expectations of things may not be what they actually are. And so you have to see it as it is. But I digress. So we got our compass. We understand where we are sitting in the world. We understand where we're at. So first off, this is not necessarily something where we're going to go on to the meteorological radar and things like that. No, this is your observation in the field. So either you're sitting on your patio, you're sitting in a field, try and have as much of an unobstructed view as possible. We're gonna look. So, obviously, if there is like a random dark cloud in the sky, take a pause. Note, all right, in position to me, because I am the observer at this moment, where is it at in relation to me? If that dark cloud is in the north, dark clouds, if we think about it, even in our vernacular, how we speak to each other. Oh, you look like you got a dark cloud over your head. This is something ominous. It's seen as a bad omen of sense. So if it's in the north, maybe there is a blockage to wisdom. There's a blockage to learning. There is a blockage to understanding where you're kind of going in circles, but you're not getting anywhere. If it's to the east, well, we just had the conversation about the Fool. East is our new beginnings, our renewal, our fresh starts, our rebirth. Think about it. That dark cloud in the east? Maybe that new start that we thought is falling through. It's not what we thought it was. We may be getting taken advantage of. Things may not be occurring in the way that they were laid out. Deception may be there. In the south, that is our passion, our energy, our enthusiasm, our creativity. Dark cloud in the south, we might be feeling very much lackluster and like things aren't working out for us in the way that we want to. We would more so be on the side of depressive, more than likely, but it is along the lines of, I don't have energy to give. I have nothing to give. I am passionless at the moment. I am not inspired or enticed. And in the West, it's a negative change. It is a negative transformation. because with transformation and negative omens, that is more so things turning from okay to worse. I would see that more as a bad turn in luck. The path is changing. The path is diverting, and it's not diverting in a positive way for you. So that's really dark clouds. And we're going to go over vernacular quite a bit because we keep these things in the way that we speak to each other all the time. The winds of change. Okay, how are the winds changing us? And that's kind of what we're going to look at next in terms of, okay, how are the winds acting? Are they gentle winds? Are they flowing? Are they sudden? Are they intense? Like if you're like me, you're in Texas, and sometimes we get those winds that just, they will take you off your feet. Because that can be real intense. What direction is it coming from? And think about how aggressive it is. If it's a gentle wind, a gentle trickling almost. Something is flowing with you, and it's flowing gently, and all you have to do is just reach out and be a part of it. Then that's going to be positive. Whatever direction it's coming from. North, there is knowledge flowing to you. East, new beginnings are right there. All you have to do is reach out and take it. South, your passions are flowing very freely. And west, transformation in a more positive way is able to be there. And if it's like that gentle wind, you're able to kind of take it and mold it the way that you need to. If it is a sudden gust of wind, but it is not unpleasant, we're thinking it's calm, it's still, but as we are observing, it is right there. Unexpected. A sudden gust of wind. Take note of what direction it's coming from, because that's the area that it is going to suddenly appear to you. If it's coming from the south and you're getting that sudden gust of wind, ooh, you better go pick up that guitar, that piano, pick up that microphone, pick up your paints, pick up your pen. However you really build your creativity in this world, and just let it flow. Let it go. Because it's going to hit you out of nowhere. And let's talk about the more harsh one, like those really huge, more aggressive gusts of wind where it doesn't feel good. There's something about it that is aggressive. That would be, I think, equivalent to the dark cloud, but more of a forceful nature. Like this is outside of your ability to control. So you are really going to be feeling this one. So take that in stride. If it's consistent and it's constant, like a really constant battering of wind from a specific direction, that's not going to be an easy lesson to learn. It's not. Just take note of where it's coming from. So really with wind, it is going to depend on, is this pleasant? Is it unpleasant? Right? Because even if we're going out, it's January. Sometimes these winds are bitterly cold and they can blow right through you, but they're not unpleasant. They're not a wind that is too forceful, but it is a wind nonetheless. Instead of taking it as like, oh, this is too cold. Unless you are in a specific area and that cold is unseasonable or it is out of character,